Heal, and welcome back to Astro's Playroom. In this part, we are going into the cooling springs. Let's go for it. Bot Beach. Okay, I have seen bits of this level. I do remember this. This looks absolutely gorgeous. Like, look at that for an intro to a level. So one of the things that I've heard people complain about with this game, or at least criticise the game for, is that it very much is a tech demo before anything else, and that doesn't really leave it with the best impression as a game, which I kind of see where the complaint comes from. But when you get moments like that intro there, that to me still feels impressive. That to me is more than just a tech demo. That's cool. And yes, we have Dad of Boy here. The God of War, it's sort of a reboot, but not really. God of War 2018, I actually quite enjoy that game a lot. It's one of them games that, again, similar to the Shadow of the Colossus remake that I was talking about in the last part, I get why people don't like it. Oh, I'll stop myself for a minute because we've got the 6-axis controller, or the DualShock 3 6-axis controller. Wasn't exactly a great controller, but I'm sure I'll get to that in time. But yeah, God of War 2018. It's very different from classic God of War, and in a way that I understand it's not what a lot of people want from God of War. But it's a fun game in its own right, so I personally had fun playing it. But again, I know when people go looking for an action game like God of War, they're primarily after the action, and God of War 2018 doesn't really have much in the way of action, at least traditional action gameplay. What are they playing with there? Is that a little robot crap? I'm sure there must be something under here. Yes, there is. Let's see what we've got here. Oh, it's just coins. I know I'm sort of meandering a bit at the start here, but when you get this big open area, I'm curious if there's more stuff I can find. Oh, there's another guy just picking flower pieces by himself, picking the petals off the flower. There was one like him earlier. Again, I'm not sure whether that is in reference to something or whether they just thought it'd be cute, but either way, it works, it's cute. I doubt that's an absolute reference, but I'll take it as one. It's kind of strange that they picked the PS3 to have the beach level, given it was the PS2 era that was the beach generation. But at least we got a cool beach level out of it, so you know. I'll take it. Can you guys, like, not? Do you mind? That's another crab. That's not a enemy crabs reference, is it? It would be perfect if it was for the PS3 level, but I doubt they're quite that willing to make that kind of joke. I will say, this is a separate recording session from the first couple of parts, and I was going through the first couple of parts, editing them together, and I did notice there were a lot of periods where I was just like, I don't know what this is, I'm not sure what this is a reference to. I hope that hasn't become too annoying. I did say I was more of a Sega kid than a Sony kid, so I'm not going to get all the references, but the ones I do get, I am very happy to see. I'll say it's mostly been since the PS4 that was where I kind of have been making a conscious effort to try games outside of my comfort zone. PS3, I had a PS3 that I got later, but I was mainly playing 360 during that era. This is the PS3 iToy. I remember playing on the PS2 iToy, but yeah, never had the PS3 one. I think there was that pet game on the PS3 that used it that always looked kind of cool to me, but I never got around to playing it. But yeah, the PS2 iToy, I remember playing the Sega Superstars game on that. It wasn't exactly amazing, but it had some interesting minigames, so, you know, it did what it was kind of trying to do. That could have been bad. I'm surprised I haven't died yet, given how many of them things there are on this beach, but I feel like several minutes in now, I should probably try to make some progress. Are you okay there, mate? Oh, poor guy. And the sandstorm just stops, okay. Got a rubber ducky. Was there a rubber duck game at all? Because I seem to have a memory of there being one on one of the PlayStation systems, but I may also just pulled that completely out of my arse. I like these little controller, like, floater things, by the way. There's so much soul in this game. That's why it's appealing so much to me, even as someone who doesn't have like the same PlayStation nostalgia that a lot of people do. This is an incredibly soulful game. I was saying that, yeah, it is a tech demo first and foremost. It's showing off what the new controller can do. But the people working on this game, Team Asobi, they've put so much love into this. They could have just made make it rumble, just have a bare bones platformer, but they wanted to make something special, and it shows. And this, I want to say, Fat Princess. I know this is a criticism or just a general comment that gets thrown around a lot, but I can imagine that being the kind of game that probably wouldn't get made now. It just seems like one of them things that some people probably would have found that insensitive. I seem to recall people finding that insensitive when this game did come out. Are they in the shower? Are we watching guys in the shower? Okay, how do I do this then? Oh, it's frog controls. Let's try and get some coins. This, by the way it controls is using the motion control to lean left and right, but you use the triggers to charge it up. And it seems like it's using the analog triggers to, like, you can charge it up more and get a bigger jump from it. Gotta get the thing, and by that I didn't actually notice there was a thing there. I was just in the sort of habit of just shooting left, right. That's a death, isn't it? Okay, I can't do that. Lesson learned. Now I'm scared to jump too far. No, no. All right. You might have got me, little gimmick. You might have got me. Right. Big jump here. There we go. Is there a thing over there on there? Yes, there is. If there's one thing years and years of platformers have taught me, it's that if the game is prompting you to go a certain way, you should always check the other way first. It's like the general principle, you know, that there's always something below the waterfall. That's not just in that situation. That's a very situational example of just a general rule you should be considering. Okay, I think I'm gonna be honest to say I've kind of had enough of the frog now. I feel like these gimmicks where it changes the control scheme a lot are the weaker parts of the game. The rolly ball thing in the first level was actually kinda really rough. The rocket was okay, but you know, it's not really how I like to play the game. Here we have the PS Move Sharpshooter, so I take it you would put the little PlayStation Move dildo thing in the front there and just use it as a light gun. Yep, got the thing. Please can you stop making me use the frog? It's really not that exciting to play as. Gotta be honest with you guys. I'll praise the game for being soulful, I won't praise it for this sort of shit. I know I need to have a look around as well. I'm gonna play it safe and just wait until I'm at the right position. And then hopefully I can just sort of fire up. There we go. And that's a different gun, okay. PS move, shoot and attachment. So, obviously they're based on different kind of guns. This is more of a pistol thing, but I wonder if there's any actual gameplay difference between them. It looks like it probably is just either a cosmetic thing or just it might be more comfortable for some people to have the slightly smaller thing. Please say this is the end. There we go. Actual gameplay. We got Snake there. Nice. Yep, it's Snake, alright. I'm gonna be honest, it is kind of comfy to be doing a live casual run like this again. It's been quite a while, and usually I do tend to settle for like my usual overly anal retentively edited post-commentary LPs. But I've been kinda wanting to change things up recently. I realised that I kinda have taken that as far as I can in recent years, and I want to just do some more, just sort of playing it by ear, just trying out a game. Although I'm not really ready to commit to doing an entirely blind playthrough yet. Just experiencing stuff like this for myself for the first time on recording. It's comfy. And that's the navigation controller. I feel like this is the other reason why the PS Move didn't take off as well as the Wiimote did, maybe? Because it kind of separated their Wiimote into two devices. So you had that one with the stick and the controls, and you had the other one that had the little orb thing on that was there to recognise what was going on. And it's not quite as intuitive. This is cool. I'm pretty sure this is Until Dawn. Because look, you got the gang of them there, and you got the butterfly, and the motif for Until Dawn was the butterfly effect, and how a change, a different decision, can have long-lasting effects. I like Until Dawn quite a lot, actually. I do like the Dark Pictures games that Supermassive have been putting out in recent years as well. Although I feel like Until Dawn just had that extra little bit of polish. It was a bit more fleshed out than, say, Man and Medan was. Little Hope's great. Little Hope is a fantastic sequel to Man and Medan. Oh, what we got here? I'm getting a lot more artifacts. We got bot-charted. So the PS3 was the first games console to run on Blu-ray discs, and it was kind of a successor to the PS2 in that regard, because the PS2, I remember one of the big selling points when that came out is at that point in time DVD players were still quite expensive. If you wanted to watch DVDs at home, you'd be investing quite a little bit. And so if you were gonna be getting a DVD player anyway, if you're gonna be spending a lot of money anyway, you might as well have just got the PS2, because then it's a games console as well. And like, I distinctly remember watching DVDs on the PS2 for a long time. I said in the last part that I originally got the PS2 to play the Sam Raimi Spider-Man game on. that was also the system that I watched the film on for the first time too. Like, I remember my brother had a copy of the DVD that he brought over. I can't actually remember if it was a legit copy or not, but that's neither here nor there. That was... I can't jump when I'm spinning, lesson learned. But yeah, basically what I'm getting at is that I mentally associate the PS2 with Spider-Man, and I'm actually okay with that. Gotta be careful. The way this goes into a run, doing the shadow run, and then, you know, like, you start spinning when you jump. I hate to make this comparison, but this is the ice level from Sonic Lost World. That's literally how it controls Frozen Factory. That's how that controls, and the fact that we got them enemies too. Lost World was shit. I don't know whether that was karma for shit talking a terrible game in the middle of a good game, but eh. This game is very generous with checkpointing, which I suppose it kind of needs to be with the one hit to kill setup that they got going on. I'm gonna just try and dodge this guy. It's not worth it. Oh, I've got a blow. I think I can stop blowing now. Okay, cool. Oh, I was meant to stay on that. Okay. I thought that since I had to blow this one, that I would probably have to blow the other one to get it to move, but no, I'll just keep blowing. So yeah, it seems once it started moving, then it's just gonna go. They don't look like they're on the best of times, but hey, that's on them. Don't get why I don't have to then blow this one though. That's kind of weirdly inconsistent. Oh, it's disappearing. That's what was going on. Okay, I noticed that a bit too late. Resident Evil. I'm not getting that one. You may have to help me with these. I will say I genuinely do not mind if you need to tell me I'm an idiot for not getting an obvious reference. I did notice there were some while I was editing that I really should have got. Like, I saw the one with the chick walking up the side of the thing, and it was only when I was editing the footage together that I realised that it was Gravity Rush. So I've got me sort of just nattering away, saying, I'm not sure what this is, while I'm watching it and thinking, you fucking idiot, there was a lot of hype for that game on the lead up to the PS4 port, because people were really excited to be able to play it on something that wasn't the Vita. They really did the Vita dirty. I know this is like an ice cold take at this point, but they really did just give up on the fucking thing, which is kind of a shame, because it seems like, at least specs-wise compared to... Oh, I'm gonna die. At least specs-wise compared to the 3DS, it was pretty solid, and, you know, if you wanted to play Persona 4 Golden, you could use it for that, but they just didn't support it beyond that. No? Oh shit. I'm not gonna get that thing. I'm just not. Maybe I'll come back for it off screen, but I don't want to keep dying again. I had enough of that shit going on in the last level. Yeah, okay, I've got to keep moving. Oh, I can break that. Don't seem to be able to join in with them with their volleyball game though, sadly. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. This is probably the weakest level so far, and it is literally just because of this frog thing. It just really doesn't control that well. There's a lot of guesswork involved in how long you need to hold the thing down for. And I don't know, this is really outstaying its welcome, which isn't something I would say for anything else that we've done, any of the other gimmick sections, like even the rolly ball thing. That was only really going on for a while because I was deliberately taking my time with it. Whereas this, it seems like you just really have to, and I'm probably going to die here. I can feel it. Oh, let's get the thing. It's the PSP. What model is this? Let's have a look. It looks like the original one. It's hard to tell without size comparison. But I know the later ones had an extra video output thing, so you could play it on your TV if you wanted. I never had that. Mine was literally just the basic model. So the PSP, I talked about how they sent the Vita out to die. The PSP didn't do that much better. The PSP is basically a Sonic Rivals player to me. I did play Mega Man Maverick Hunter X on it. I played... what else did I play on it? The fact that I'm struggling to remember is kind of telling us what we need to know, but I think one of the earlier games I got with it was one of the football games. That's not normally the sort of thing I'd play. This thing is actually really annoying me now, I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, I had that, and I can't think of what else I played on the PSP. Let's have another go on the slide. I want to go on the slide. The slide's the best part of this level, so I'm gonna enjoy it. When I first saw that guy, it looked like he was wearing the VR headset. This guy here, but no, he's just using a towel. This guy has the diving gear. I don't really know if you're gonna find anything under here, mate, but the textures are nice at least. I like this though in the background. That is the cross-media bar that they're going for there. They're the icons from that. Is that meant to be Parappa? Yeah, that might be Parappa. Alright, let's try grabbing the green one if I can. No, I can't. You have to grab the blue one. I have learnt my lesson. There we go, the original model of the PS3. My one is actually the super slim PS3. I didn't get my PS3 until quite a bit later. This one, let's see, it's got the SD cards and the mini SD and all that shit. Doesn't look like it has the extra... Actually, no, I think that was the original model that had all those on it. Because they did a 60 gig model to start with that had backwards compatibility with a PS2 and it had all those extra compartments. But after a while they realised that the thing was too expensive and no one was buying it. So they put out a revised 40 gig model that didn't have any of the backwards compatibility. And then there were a few revisions later. Like I say, I didn't get mine until the second big revision, the super slim one, which is clearly one that they put out because they just wanted to push a few more before the PS4 came out. Nice little Spyro there. Oh, it's breathing fire on him! Poor bastard. Yeah, the PS3 on the whole didn't leave the best impression because... I don't know, like, I had the 360. The 360 got a head start, and so it had a pretty meaty games library before the PS3 even came out. And it was also notoriously difficult for developers to work with. So a lot of the time, if a game came out on both the 360 and the PS3, you'd usually be better off getting the 360 version because the PS3 would have issues. Again, it was similar to the PS2 where I feel like one of the big selling points for it early on is that it could play Blu-rays. And like with DVDs when the PS2 came out, Blu-ray players were quite expensive then. So if you wanted to get Blu-ray players in your house to watch something, you got a PS3. What's this that I've got? A PSP GPS receiver. So you could use your PSP as a sat-nav. I didn't actually know that was a thing. Another little statue thingy. I'm getting a lot of these, I've noticed. Please don't throw your PS4, it's not that sturdy. Okay, so that's not the model that I have. Like they're saying there, surely it can't get any smaller than this. It can. This one was the second night after they faffed around with the other one. You could get this one, and I think this had a bigger hard drive, and they sort of rebranded the logo around the time this came out as well, so it wasn't just using the totally not Spider-Man font. Oh, we're finally getting a lot of artifacts. This is the one I have. Just as I was talking about it, and then it says there, okay, maybe it can get smaller. So yeah, it's a lot cheaper and it's a lot more plasticky than the other models. But I got it pre-owned. I think it cost me 160 quid, which for a games console that wasn't completely dead at the time, that's not bad. Even if my main use for PS3 back in the day was playing through Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls. And I think if you've watched this channel for a while, you know I do like Beyond Two Souls a lot. This is the PSP camera. 1.3 megapixel. I remember when that used to be good. Oh. Can't afford anymore. Oh well. So yeah, I think this is the first one where I've got all the main variations of the console now. So we've got, oh, it's got bot charted in the disk drive already. I wonder if this one has as well. No, that one's empty. Oh well. I didn't try this. Oh yeah, that one's got the game in it. Maybe you need to play some games that aren't bot charted. Maybe you can get like, I don't know, what other games might they be playing? Final Bot 13? Everyone's favourite robot corridor game? I don't know. But yeah, I haven't got the PS1 revision yet. Let's just get rid of them again. And I still didn't think to look up whether there is another version of this or not. I do vaguely recall there being another one, but it's been a long time. Poor bastard. I should probably stop bullying all the little robot guys. I keep thinking that's Lightning McQueen. Every time I walk past this guy, I think that's Lightning McQueen in the corner of my eye. Yep, got the speedrun challenges for that level. I don't know whether the beach level is one I'll be that interested in trying to get a fast rundown for. It's especially early on, it's more of a look around kind of level. But before we move on, before we go to the PS4 level and wrap things up in terms of the main levels, there is one thing that I want to draw attention to that I noticed while looking through this footage after the fact. And that is, if you have a PS5 DualSense controller, if you take a look at the grips on the arms of the controller and you see the little bumps, you'll see that they're not just little dots like they might feel at first. They're actually the little cross, square, circle, triangle PlayStation logos, which that in itself is cool. And I noticed that when I first got it out of the box. What I didn't notice when I was playing this game last time is that same texture is also on this wall here. And that is cool. That is really taking advantage of how much more high fidelity this game is than any earlier HD games. And I think it might actually be the same texture. My eyesight isn't good enough to see quite how they're overlaid on the controller, but it looks the same. And if that's an intentional reference to the controller itself, that is really cool. I'm really glad I noticed that. I did notice just now that it's on this floor as well, so you can see it on the white like on the controller. But, ladies and gentlemen, we have one more level to go through. So, join me next time for the GPU jungle. I'll see you then. Bye bye for now.